What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dave's RC. This is your boy Dave. Tyler will not be with us today, but I recently have this strange infatuation with the Dynam planes. And the reason for that is because they're good planes, man. I haven't really found anything bad with them. I've already got the Tempest, as you guys know. I've got the Focke-Wulf, as you guys know. They're both really, really nice planes. The only issue that I have with these planes is that the retracts. But I have already found out a way of getting inside of the retracts and making them work correctly. So the retracts are not a problem for me anymore. But it has been a while, guys. How are you guys doing? Leave a comment below. Let me know how your day's going. Let me know how you're doing. It's been a while since I've made a video. It's been a while since I've done an unbox. And it's time to put an end to that. Here on the table, we've got the Dynam P47. Now, I was supposed to get the FMS P47. But unfortunately, if I got the FMS P47, I would not have been able to get the Vampire. I ordered a Vampire. It should be here 14 to 28 business days is what it said. So I ordered that before I ordered this one, actually, and this one got here first. This is from Motion RC. So this is going to be a quick unbox video. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. I think I got to do some cutting here to get this top off. So I'm going to pause the video, take this top off, and we'll get back into it. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, so here we are back with this Dynam unboxing, the Dynam P47 unboxing. And in typical Dynam fashion, this is the way it comes. I have to say that this one's a little more tightly packed than the Focke-Wulf and the Tempest was. So, nothing protruding out of the box this time, as you can see. Nothing protruding out of the box, as you can see. When I got my Focke-Wulf, the prop nut, or the prop bolt was sticking out. You know, I honestly believe that Dynam should either find a new way to package their stuff, invest in a little bubble wrap, or don't install the engine on the plane before you ship it out. Let that be something that we do, because it's only 4 screws. It goes on. It's not that big of a deal. I think, honestly, that poking out of the box, I had to actually file down the threads a little bit so that I could get the nut to go on my Focke-Wulf. So this one didn't come bad. This one actually is good. No holes in the box. The box didn't have any damage to it whatsoever. So maybe they watched my video and seen my displeasure with it. But obviously, this is like your accessories box. I think this is gonna have like the pilot and all the accessories and stuff like that. The pilot bag. Yeah, here we go. We got the this is the Have Hun. Yeah, this is the Have Hun. This is a really really cool squadron back in the day. They mostly no air-to-air combat with this. I watched the documentary online, and these guys weren't like an air-to-air type of deal. They ground and pound. That's what they did. They took out their 2 500-pound bombs, or 3 500-pound bombs, or whatever it was, or 2000s and 1 500-pound bomb, or whatever it was. Loaded them to the teeth with 50 cal rounds, with the 450s that are with the 850s that are on this plane. And they would just go destroy ground targets, blow up bridges, key strongholds, and trains, anything that was carrying cargo. You guys could go on YouTube and actually watch it. It's a really nice documentary. You know, the main thing with these P47s was not the coming home, not the dropping the bombs, not the shooting off the 50s, but taking off with all that weight. It was pretty hard for this plane, even with that. I believe this What did the P47 have? Leave a comment below. I believe it had the, I want to say it was a Pratt & Whitney. I could be totally wrong on this. I want to say it was a Pratt & Whitney. It wasn't an Allison. I believe the P47, and this is one of my favorite planes. I should know this. I think it was a Pratt & Whitney. I think these had the Pratt & Whitney in them. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was a Pratt & Whitney engine. But even with that old Pratt & Whitney, they still couldn't get these bad boys off the ground very easily. They had to have a lot of runway. And sometimes they would have some fatal incidents where they couldn't get the plane off the ground, and they would crash right off the end of the runway. And when you got 1,500 pounds of bombs and all that ammunition, it's not very nice. It's not going to be a very nice, pleasant. It's not going to be a pleasant crash. All right, so now we're getting into the accessory box here, or not the accessory box, but holy smokes! You know, I had a feeling that, like all the other planes that I've gotten from Dynam, when I look at them before I buy a Dynam plane, I always go online. I always go on YouTube, and I look at the plane. I see who all the other people out there that have them, and I do that with every plane, actually. With every plane that I've ever bought, I go online to first check out to see what it looks like. And when you're doing videos on these planes, it doesn't really give you a true, accurate picture of how big the aircraft really is. But this tail fin here is over a foot long. So I mean, that gives you an idea. That's 8 to 9 inches long for the ventral fin. So these planes are actually pretty big. And I had this gut feeling that this P47 was going to be a little smaller than the rest of them, than the other Dynam planes, but it's not. This thing's huge. This thing's big. This is a big plane. As you can see, Dynam, they have everything. The wings are already pre-done. They do have pretty nice servos. I have not had an issue with any of the Dynam servos so far. They're actually pretty decent servos. They got the screw-on hinges. That's really good because the Focke-Wulf did not have screw-on hinges. I don't understand why it didn't, but it did not have screw-on hinges. But all these other Dynam planes do have screw-on hinges. Your typical Dynam retract in there. I'm probably going to have to mess with one of them or two of them or both of them to get them to work right. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. I would rather it work my way than their way, because their way cost me a front spinner and a prop on my Tempest. So I took them all apart and did it my way. Now look, this thing already has the little holes cut right here. You see there's 2 little holes there for you to put some flaps on this. I don't run flaps on my Tempest, and I don't run flaps on my Focke-Wulf. This, however, is going to be the first plane that I run flaps on. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the cutting and put flaps on this plane in particular, because I have an F-14 that I'm going to start flying here pretty soon, and I need to get used to using flaps. Thank you, In the Tube Deep, for that information. Thank you for, you know, informing me that getting used to flaps is probably in my best interest before I start flying my more expensive planes. I appreciate that, and I'm taking your advice to heart, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. Now, this plane right here, pretty poor on the paint. You see how you can see it's definitely foam. It is EPO foam. It's really good foam. But on my Dynam Tempest and on my Focke-Wulf, you can't see those little holes. So this is kind of a shit paint job, if you ask me. I'm not in it for the looks. I'm in it for the flight. So it doesn't really matter to me. If I want to fix it later or paint it later, I can do that. I'm a pretty good painter. So let's see if the other wing came out the same way. Not really. I mean, it's a little better, but not quite. Not really. Some spots are pretty good, but other spots are really bad. So, but like I said, that's not what I'm in this game for. I'm in this game to fly. You know, when you buy a cheap plane, it is what it is. You get what you get. You get what you pay for, right? I just really haven't had an issue with these Dynam planes so far. Just the prop torque thing, but I'm pretty sure that's with every prop plane. I'm used to flying jets. I actually started on jets, so I never had an opportunity to fly props until I started buying them just recently. But we're gonna go ahead and rip the fuselage out of here, and this is a big chunky fat fuselage. Just like a P47. Big fat fuselage. It's actually this is gonna be a pretty decently sized bird, man. Guys, gals. So hold on, I'm gonna pause this and pull this fuselage out so we can get a good look at her. Alright, so we're back here. Alright, so I mean, it's not bad, you guys. They did a better job painting this body than they did on the wings. And I think it might just be the silver paint that sucks. Because if you look up here on the nose, that green paint, it really hides the fact that it's foam. So it might just be this silver paint that they use. Because look at the red. The red, you can't even tell that that's foam. Look at that red. I mean, you can't even tell that it's foam. But when you go back here to the silver, that silver really shows you that it's foam. So it might just be the silver paint that really does this plane injustice. But wow, man, this is a day that I've been waiting for a long time, and I've always wanted a P47. It's my favorite plane historically, and I finally have one, guys. I'm really excited. I'm actually I'm really excited. Now on my Focke-Wulf, if you guys remember, that tail section was all bent to hell. And this one is just fine. It's not bent at all. I mean, there is a little bit of bending, and that's what you're going to get with these Dynam planes, because they go back and forth in the box like this as they're being shipped. They get smash, smash, smash. So you're going to get a little bit of a bend here in the end of the tail, but this one's actually not that bad. And like I said, you get what you pay for. A little bit of a crinkle there. I think that might have gotten dented like right after they painted it sometime before they put this exhaust on here. This is actually the cooling system exhaust. So the cooling system comes in through the front, through these cowls right here. As a matter of fact, on the P47, when you hit the throttle, these would open up. These little, see these little square things here, these rectangle things here, they open up. Or when you hit the throttle, they close. For aerodynamic reasons, but when you lay off the throttle, they open up. You can mechanically open them up, and then they exhaust back here. You see these exhaust things? And that lets all that heat from that engine come right out the ass end of this thing, and it cools the plane off. Like I said, the P47 is one of those planes that I do know a lot about, and it's really pissing me off that I can't remember what the engine was in this thing, but I really think it was a Pratt & Whitney. I'm going to look again, but and I'll leave a comment below on my own video if I'm wrong. But I think I might be right. But yeah, man, they made thousands of these things back during the war. They made the P47 Thunderbolt. They made the Razorback. They also made a P47 M, which had the supercharged engine in it. Super fast, really fast. That was more of your air-to-air combat type of P47 if they ever had one. Good high altitude fighter. They started bringing those things out when they were starting to have a tough time taking on the Focke-Wulfs. The Focke-Wulfs would come and take out a bunch of these P47s that were down ground pounding, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you got this P47M that's diving on you from 18,000 feet up, and it just comes screaming down on you and lays those 50s into you and just chops you to pieces. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun build after it's done. You know, I got you guys. I know I don't do build videos, so there's plenty of guys out there that build them, and they do a good job doing it. And then I don't like to give away my secrets with my. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do carbon fiber the thing, and it's tedious and stuff, and I don't really want to get into having to keep the video on while I do all that. But anyways, guys, I'm getting to that 15-minute mark. YouTube's not going to let me put the video up if it's longer than 15 minutes. So that's my unbox video. I really appreciate you guys watching my channel. Sorry I haven't put out any videos lately, but it's Maine and the weather is shitty, and we can't do a goddamn thing here because of the weather. Right now it's raining like crazy and it's melting all the snow, which is a good thing for me. We'll be making videos probably within the next couple of weeks. We still have the giveaway coming up, so you guys stay tuned for that. And I will shoot another video out to you guys after this thing's fully built so you can get a better idea of what it looks like when it's built. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching Dave's RC. Later.